is Kyle McClure, and I'm here with a very special guest, our guest commentator for the night, Mr. Dylan Derringer. How are you doing tonight, Dylan?
I'm not doing too bad. How are you today, Kyle?
Not too bad, but I'll tell you who's not doing too good right now, and that's one Father Time. Ray Adams just laying the boots into Father Time right now.
Alpha Ray Adams taking advantage of Father Time. Father Time is blind, ladies and gentlemen. He has survived strokes. He has survived cancer. But will he survive Obsidian here tonight?
I had a very special request by Chaos tonight. She wanted to make sure I told you O's up at the commentary booth.
I don't think I'll be doing that. Will you?
I'm afraid to not do that.
Ooh.
Ray Adams laying the shoulders in to Father Time right now. Look at what the Obsidian's done. They have cut the ring in half. They have isolated Father Time. Penny P is just standing on the outside, and there's nothing she can do about it.
Oh, come on. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Ray's distracting the referee while Chaos chokes out Father Time.
Absolutely despicable. And here comes Chaos, the powerhouse of Obsidian, Chaos.
Calling Chaos the powerhouse of Obsidian is a real testament to Chaos's strength, because there's a lot of strong people in Obsidian, and you could argue that Chaos is the leader of all of them.
No doubt about that. I'm not going to be the one to tell her she's not. Ray Adams, he's held himself in the Michigan State title hunt for about the last 6 months or so.
Yes, but he's in the ring with the #1 contender to the Michigan State Heavyweight Championship, and that is Father Time. Father Time laying in those chops there. Oh, but his knee's giving out on him. That's smart work from Ray. You don't have to agree with it, but the Alpha Ray Adams has worked on that knee, and it is paying dividends right now.
You might not agree with that, but I definitely don't agree with Ray Adams just mocking Father Time. He's caused all of this damage to his knee, and now he's trying to get in the mind of Father Time. But that's one strong mind. I don't know if you're going to get in that one.
I don't know about you, but my mind's a scary place to be. I can only imagine what the inside of Father Time's mind must be like.
Ray Adams holding up Father Time right now, getting behind him. Oh, is Ray Adams going for the time lock? It can't be. Ray Adams is going for the time lock right now.
Can't get it around.
Ray Adams.
A big field throw by Father Time.
That's what he needs. Now what he needs is to get Penny P in this match. She's begging for that tag on the outside right now.
She's begging for the tag. The people are begging for the tag. Will it happen? Father Time's got to get to his corner.
He sure does.
Penny P's fresh.
Bella Hayes cheering him on the outside here. Chaos tags. And there's Penny P.
Oh,
Penny P tags. Oh, but Chaos doesn't go down. Big line, but Chaos does not go down.
Oh, big back elbow there. Staggers Chaos. She still doesn't go down.
We talked about the power of Chaos, but there's Penny P showing some power of her own. Uh-oh, here comes Ray. Get out of there, Ray.
I don't know about this. Watch the right.
Oh, what a shot!
Points.
The knockout nerd may have just knocked out Ray Adams.
Ray Adams spills to the outside. Now, one thing, this ring is higher than some of our other rings. Ray just fell probably 4 or 5 feet to that hard floor out there.
Not only that, he fell right into the front row. And if you want to be in the front row, go to pureprowrestling.net. You can buy your tickets for all upcoming shows, including April 12th in Flint for Retro Slam. That will be the largest event in our company's history. So please join us, and you too can enjoy the action.
Dort Financial Center, Flint, our home turf. I can't wait to be a part of it, Kyle.
You've got yourself a match too, but so does Ray Adams. So does Father Time.
Big rocket kick by the Alpha Ray Adams.
Oh, you got to think Rhinos.
You got to check on Penny here.
Chaos with the cover.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Chaos and Obsidian won this round. You know Ray Adams is looking towards Retro Slam, and you know Chaos is looking to cause more damage down the road. My name is Kyle McClory, and I'm still here with my special guest, Dylan Derringer, tonight.
Hey, everybody, hard to kill Dylan Derringer. We're starting out with a handshake here. And, James Alexander just took Darling Rogers' glasses.
You know he's perfection. I don't think he needs those.
He's got 20/20 vision, that's for sure.
20/20, man's got 40/20 vision. Darling doesn't. Oh, and James Alexander hitting the Darling one from behind.
And I gotta tell you, Kyle, on paper, this looks like an entirely one-sided affair. James Alexander certainly has the physical advantages, the strength, the endurance, probably the quickness, but two advantages that Darling Roger has is heart and the love of these people here in the Candela in Detroit.
I'll tell you another advantage that James Alexander has. This man held the Michigan State Cruiserweight Championship for 5 years. The man held a championship for 5 years. He knows how to win matches. He knows how to win when he's got all the intangibles. He knows when he's going to be behind. But tonight I think he's going to be on top.
You know, we talk a lot in pro wrestling about the X factor, and personally, I think that X stands for experience. James Alexander, that is his best advantage that he's got, is the 10-plus years of wrestling knowledge. He has forgotten more than Darling Roger knows, but Darling Roger off to a strong start.
There goes the Darling. Oh, the Darling one's on his feet. The Darling one's on his feet. Look out. James Alexander doesn't see it. Here he comes. Oh, big shot by the Darling one.
Taking him back to the buckle. Darling Roger rounding out all four corners.
I bet you he knows every Waffle House in a 40-mile radius.
Kyle, we're in Michigan. We don't have any Waffle Houses in a 40-mile radius.
You see, that's why Michigan's not the best. I think James Alexander would agree with me. I acknowledge the perfection personified on his way out here.
I don't think James Alexander has ever eaten Waffle House a day in his life. You certainly don't get a physique like that by doing that.
Well, that's true. the physique. You got to remember, James Alexander, he has been on Monday Night Raw. He has been on NXT, AEW. He has been everywhere. And just the fact that he graces us with his presence, it's amazing.
James Alexander recently on the big screen with an appearance as a stunt double for Zach Gowen in the Iron Claw.
That would be Zac Efron. Zach Gowen also wish that movie was about Zach Gowen. Be an entirely different movie and it would be amazing. But Zach Efron was, in fact, in the Iron Claw. Here we go, James Alexander. He has got the advantage here. The Darling One's got to get the upper hand. A little bit of a low shot there on James Alexander.
Lower abdomen shots.
Trying to take the wind out of James Alexander, but he just takes the momentum right back.
That's smart targeting there by Darling Roger. The lower abdomen is one of the hardest parts to gain muscle in the entire human body, and you can see James Alexander's a ball of muscle. Where are you going to hit a man in a suit of armor? You're going to hit him in the weak spot.
That's true. You know, James Alexander might be a ball of armor, but Darling Roger's a ball of fire, and I think we're about to see that right here. Come on, Darling.
Oh,
there it is. Come on.
Come on, Darling.
Let's see the fire. Let's see the fire.
Darling Roger holding his own, putting up the boot.
What's he got in store here? He's got to hit something big. Going on the cover. Cover for the Darling One. Only a 2 count for the Darling One. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're seeing, you can follow us on social media at PPW Power. We are on Facebook. We are on X, Instagram. You can also follow us every Friday night on YouTube, just like you are right now for Top Rope TV. If you would like to see yourself right here on Top Rope TV, you can buy your tickets for every PPW show
Darling
at
Roger.
ppwpower.net.
Red District pays off. Big double axe handle. We got to cover 1, 2, and no cover there. No pinfall.
Only a 2 count by referee Jack Thomas. The Darling One's got the momentum right now. If he's going to win, now is the time he does. We talk about March being the time of Cinderella stories. This might be it. This might be the Cinderella story of the Darling Roger.
Darling Roger being very smart by being very insistent on making the cover. The longer this match goes, the favor goes to James Alexander, and that is just a fact of life. And a chop block, we saw the damage that did to Father Time earlier. Just the fact that he's taking out that knee, he's cutting down Darling Roger, and you know, James Alexander, he loves that single leg crab. I bet he's trying to say, oh, there it is. Right on cue.
We just spoke of it, ladies and gentlemen, the single leg crab, one of the most devastating moves in professional wrestling.
And that results in a submission victory for James Alexander. Single leg Boston Crab pays off again for perfection personified.
And your winner, perfection personified, James Alexander.
James Alexander building momentum to Retro Slam right now. He is stacking wins left and right. And tonight was the Darling Roger. You know he's got his eyes on Drake. You know he's got his eyes on that Cruiserweight Championship.
He wants it back. 5 years a champion.
Yay!
He raises the man's hand. That's good to
Maybe he is and says, oh! No, he's that bad. He's as bad as we thought.
What scum. What scum James Alexander is. Putting a man in a Boston Crab, a defenseless man. Here comes the Cruiserweight champion Drake, the Global Flyer.
The Global Flyer is here in the face of James Alexander.
Drake took that belt off of James Alexander. 5 long years he was a champion. Drake beat him in 5 seconds.
It looks like James Alexander saw a ghost. I have never seen.
If you want to see these two go at it, you have to see them at Retro Slam at the Dork Financial Center on April 12th.
What an announcement that is, Kyle. The rematch, James Alexander, Drake, one more time. Cruiserweight title on the line. Retro Slam, Dork Financial Center, April.
shades in the light.
And his opponent, we have Tank the Beast Parker.
Here live in Detroit, Michigan, we have Tank in the ring against, Tank pushing him down there, eh?
Big shove off there. I'm hard to kill Dylan Derringer. I'm joined on commentary here with Kyle.
Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, Tank's in the ring with Ken Riddle right now. So I was so rudely interrupted. You know, Ken Riddle, he's just over here interrupting everybody. We got special guest referee Eddie Dillon tonight. We want to thank him for all of his contributions. Boo! Somebody boo this man. Boo!
Ken Riddle taking a trip around the territory here.
Speaking of territories, Tank has been on his own trip around the territories. He's been to North Carolina, Tennessee. He's trained all over the country
he's
recently.
With Ricky Morton recently, has wrestled for the NWA World's Championship.
You know, when you're in the ring with EC3, there's not too many people you can learn more from. And let's see if Tank can take some of those lessons that he's learned from Ricky, some of those lessons he's learned from EC3, and if he can put it into action here tonight against what could be Pure Pro Wrestling's hottest rising star right now in the territory, Ken Riddle.
Yes, Ken, the territory Riddle, working on the arm of Tank.
You know, we have seen that Ken Riddle, he's been being almost mentored by Silas Young from time to time. And you can see some of the lessons that he has picked up just from being in the presence of Silas. You know, we saw it back last winter. He went to a 10-minute draw against Silas Young, a young gentleman. He hasn't been in the business that long, and yet he went toe-to-toe with a former Ring of Honor champion.
Well, it takes a man to know a man, Kyle, and clearly Silas Young sees something in Ken Riddle, and it's hard not to see something in him. What I see, however, is a cheating, lying piece of trash, and he's gonna get worked over here by Tank. And if Tank gets a hold of Ken Riddle, it's only gonna be a matter of time before that strength advantage comes into play.
Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about the influence of EC3 on Tank. Wait, what's this? The Amazing Zondo? The Amazing Zondo just grabbed the leg of the Celtic Beast Tank. That's his former tag team partner. Both of these.
That's the Riddle lock. That's the Riddle lock, Kyle.
Oh, it is.
Tank's tapping out.
Tank's tapping out to the Riddle lock.
Ken Riddle taking advantage of the distraction. The Amazing Zondo getting in the face of Tank Parker.
Territory, Ken Riddle. This match is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, the absolute fact, Trevor Hunt.
Top Rope TV, Luke Combs said it best. He wanted an outlaw, and tonight you get one. And that is the outlaw, Sean Evans. He's going to be in the ring against the Trevor Hunt.
The absolute fact. Trevor Hunt swinging for the fences there. Oh, and catches a shoulder tackle by Sean Evans. House of Fire by the outlaw.
Oh, the old flying crossbody by the outlaw. We talk about people that have traveled the country. Well, so has this man. Sean Evans, he has trained with EC3. He has trained with some of the best this country has to offer. But tonight, let's see what he can do against a young boy in Trevor Hunt.
Sean Evans, originally a product of the Pure Pro Wrestling Development Center, one of the very first classes, as a matter of fact. Sean has in excess of 15 years of experience in the ropes.
You know, Sean was a product of the PPW Development Center. You yourself, Dylan Derringer, were a product. I was a product. And if you would like to be a product of our developmental center, you can go to pureprowrestling.net. You can sign up for classes. They take place in Goodrich, Michigan. Each class is $20. There's also monthly memberships you can buy. So if you want to live your dreams and you want to be the next PPW star, go to pureprowrestling.net and sign up, and we'll see you there.
You're welcome for the plug, Kyle. Speaking of plugs, the absolute fact, Trevor Hunt plugging Ace Evans, Sean Evans, with the knee to the gut and the drop kick to the knee.
You know, for years and years, we saw Sean. He was a tag team specialist. He would have one partner and then another partner. You know, we still see him time to time with Eddie Dillon, with the Saloon Slayers, but he has really focused on becoming an individual. He wants to be an individual champion.
What a clothesline!
He has been a Michigan State heavyweight champion before, but I think he wants a meaningful run with that championship. I think he wants
Big
one
spine buster.
big exclamation point.
Yes, he does. Now, one thing that I have learned in training at the Pure Pro Wrestling Development Center is that tag wrestling often translates to single success because you learn to work within constraints. Wow, what a win! What a win by Sean Evans. Sean Evans
In the ring, the manager, Jack Kelly.
gentlemen, welcome to Top Rope TV. My name is Kyle McClure, and I am joined by a very special guest, Mr. Dylan Derringer.
What Danny Astro has is stolen property. He stole that from me. He stole that AIWF Continental Championship. His boys, the upper echelon, put me in a neck brace. They put me on the shelf.
Now see, this isn't my choice, but the manager of champions handed me a card tonight.
Don't call him the manager of champions. He's a joke. He's a fraud, and he's a thief. Jack Kelly is nothing but upper echelon scum.
I don't know, but currently he's holding a belt, so he definitely is a manager of a champion right now. But he gave me a card tonight of a couple questions to specifically ask you, Mr. Dylan Derringer.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Danny Astro doing what he does best, cheating, lying.
The first question he wanted me to ask is, how does your neck feel? How does your neck feel?
It's funny you ask, Kyle, and I need you to take the bass out your voice when you speak to me. My neck hurts. Every day when I wake up, my neck hurts. Thanks to Jake Wilder and Cody Manning and Danny Astro. In Flint, late last year, they strapped me to a backboard and pinned me to the mat, and that is why Danny Astro. Oh, and what a double team move by Two Fly. These guys are so exciting, and I can't wait to watch them beat the hell out of Danny Astro. Double elbow.
The excitement that is Two Fly. They are the most electrifying team in Pure Pro Wrestling. You can go on to pureprowrestling.net. You can buy their very first t-shirt on pureprowrestling.net. But like we were saying, the upper echelon, they strapped you to a board in Flint last December, and they beat you down, and they stole Big Blue from you.
Big Blue, that's my name for the AIWF Continental Championship, and it is mine. Danny Astro can throw every leg lariat that he wants. It will not earn him my respect ever again. He betrayed me. He's a man that I once called a friend, but now he is a piece of work, and he's getting every ounce of hate that he deserves from this crowd. And I gotta tell you, Kyle, while I'm in this neck brace, while I'm laid up on this shelf, it feels oh so good to live a little vicariously through Two Fly, and they better beat the upper echelon to a pulp here in the Candela.
They're trying right now. Iso Rico laying the shots in to Danny Astro right now. Danny Astro whips him off into the corner. Oh, right into the upper echelon. And one, Jake Wilder. Hair curlier than I've ever seen it before. That is the volume. That is what happens when you are in the presence of champions, one Mr. Jack Kelly.
Jack Kelly must have reached deep into the pocketbook for that perm, just like Jake Wilder is reaching deep into the pockets for these shots on Iso Rico. Iso Rico, he is a tenacious individual. He's almost like a pit bull in the way that he fights back. We have to see him channel that energy. Big back suplex by Jake Wilder, though, puts him on his back.
All four of these young individuals.
Yeah, keep taunting, Jake. Keep taunting.
All four of these young individuals, they have come through the PPW Development Center. They were at one time all junior grapplers, but here they are on the main card. Jake Wilder, he is a former Michigan State Tag Team Champion. That is somewhere that we want Iso Rico and Two Fly to get.
Oh, Enziguri to the trap. Easiest muscle there by Iso Rico. Iso Rico going for a springboard. With a
I hope Iso Rico has dental insurance.
Kick out.
I hope he's got dental insurance, because I'm telling you, Jake Wilder's not paying for that. Iso Rico, I don't know if he knows where he's at. I don't know. But I do know one thing.
Drop kick by Jake Wilder.
Jake Wilder's got him right where he wants him.
Jake Wilder, the biggest man in the match, the fact that he is able to throw a drop kick with such force, such momentum, all of that weight carries through the sternum of Iso Rico. Follows it up with a knee in the corner there. The upper echelon, for better or for worse, they are masters at cutting the ring off. But this taunting needs to stop.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. He is in the head of Iso Rico. He has not been able to get to Apollo Prime. Apollo Prime has been standing on the edge of the ring since the very beginning of this match.
Rico fighting back here. Elbows to the midsection. Up the ropes. Pop up. Oh, into the Hurricane Rana. Beautiful move by Iso Rico, showing why he is too fly. Pop up. Oh, into the... My goodness.
Jake Wilder with the spine on the pine.
Iso Rico going to the well one too many times. Now, I've had the honor of training both members of Two Fly in the Pure Pro Wrestling Development Center. And I gotta say, that's one thing that can sometimes get under the skin of Iso Rico. He gets all of this momentum going, and sometimes it just costs him when he goes for it.
Yeah, while you were training Two Fly, I was in there with Danny Astro. I was in there with Jake Wilder, and you see just the pure wrestling ability of these men. The ability to cut the ring in half, the tactician, the mindset. They have learned everything from the upper echelon. They've learned everything from Jack Kelly and those who came before them.
Way to try to take credit for the upper echelon success there, Kyle. But I think Jack Kelly has really been the mastermind all along.
He really has. He really has. You know, there's a member missing. You better watch he doesn't come from behind that little alleyway we got back there. You better watch your back there.
Whoa, almost whipping Iso Rico into the corner. Showing some hope there for Apollo Prime. Good psychological warfare by the upper echelon. I don't have to like them. I don't have to agree with them. But what they're doing now is technically sound. Rebound, suplex.
What a move by the upper echelon. Jake Wilder with the cover.
Come on, Iso, kick out. There it is. Good job, good job.
Iso Rico really needs to get to Apollo Prime.
Crawl, Rico.
Apollo Prime, he's been on the edge from the very beginning. Iso Rico can't have much left in that gas tank.
Iso Rico coming off a massive beating at the hands of James Alexander last weekend in Bay City. James Alexander beat Iso Rico to a pulp. You gotta think Iso Rico's still feeling the effects from that.
That's a really good point, Dylan.
Oh!
The grueling schedule of him. But while Iso Rico was in there with James Alexander, we had the upper echelon, and they were in Grand Rapids. Jake Wilder, not 7 days ago, was in the ring with a bear, with a real live bear.
A real live bear. You mean that publicity stunt that y'all pulled off in Grand Rapids? Iso Rico was in a fight last week, a fight for his well-being, a fight for his life, a fight to kick Jake Wilder right in the face.
That was no publicity stunt. I saw the bear, I saw the teeth. It was slabbering all over me. I was trying to run away from the thing. Oh, and here it comes Apollo Prime.
Apollo Prime. Forearm.
Apollo Prime just laying out the upper echelon right now.
One for you, and a kip up. The resiliency of Two Fly, the athleticism of Apollo Prime. Apollo Prime makes the tag. What are they planning here? Crossbody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about it earlier. This is the most electrifying team in pure pro wrestling. Two Fly, they are exciting.
Setting up for that Ushigoroshi. Oh! Fireman's carry neck breaker. Ushigoroshi by Danny Astro. One of the most dangerous moves in his arsenal.
Uh-oh. Danny Astro's got Big Blue.
He's got that stolen belt. That stolen AIWF Continental Championship that rightfully belongs to me. It should have no business in Danny Astro's hands right now.
Referee Jack Thomas turns
you
around.
You got caught, Danny. Look at you now. Begging off from the referee. Yeah, give it back.
Danny Astro doesn't know. They might...
Iso Rico.
I don't know if that was in the game plan.
Code breaker.
I don't know if that was in the game plan for the night. Jake Wilder breaks it up. Jake Wilder breaks it up at 2.
We're breaking down here. It's turning into Pier 6 here at the Candela. All 4 men on the canvas here.
This is the action that we've come to expect out of Pure Pro Wrestling. You can join us April 12th at Dort Financial Center. It will be Retro Slam. Retro Slam will be the largest event in Pure Pro Wrestling history. Oh, what a spear!
Oh, Iso Rico fighting. Sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. He got him. He got him. Iso Rico just pinned the AIWF Continental Champion. Oh my
I don't believe it.
Just like I taught you boys. Just like I taught him.
March is a time of Cinderella stories, and we've seen it here tonight. The Cinderella, the 16 seed, 2 Fly, just took out the upper echelon.
2 Fly is thinking. They're thinking ahead to Retro Slam. They gotta climb the ladder, figuratively and literally, in that fatal 4-way
look
tag
out.
team ladder match. Oh my goodness.
Dissension amongst the upper echelon. Danny Astro,
Oh,
Jake Wilder.
What a shame.
Jack Kelly's got to get these guys on the same page.
Oh no, what a shame. The poor upper echelon is dissolving from within.
But there it is.
Yeah,
That's real brotherhood right there, Dylan.
watch your back, Jake Wilder, because Danny Astro is a snake. He is nothing but a traitorous snake.
Jake Wilder, Danny Astro, they are Jack Kelly's upper echelon, and they will continue to be champions, and they are going to find more gold in this company.
And is scheduled for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring, the challenger, revved up Raleigh Townsend. And now, making his way to the ring, your Michigan State Cruiserweight Champion, the Global Flyer, Drake.
My name is Kyle McClure, and I'm here with a very special guest, one Dylan Derringer.
This is hard to kill. Dylan Derringer, and what you're looking at in the ring right now are 2 elite prospects from the Pure Pro Wrestling Junior Grapplers program. It's already wrong. Now these 2 are adults now, but they came up through the ranks and revved up Rally shooting a double leg takedown. Drake with a smart sprawl headlock take over there. We're gonna see some fine wrestling in this one, Kyle.
We sure are. We've got revved up Raleigh Townsend in the ring with your current Michigan State Cruiserweight champion, the Global Flyer, Drake. Drake has held this championship for about 8 months now. He beat the longest reigning champion in pure pro wrestling history in James Alexander. He beat him in 15 seconds.
I have a feeling that this one's gonna go a little bit longer than 15 seconds, Kyle.
I think it already has.
Drake's getting in the
Open
a rare mistake from Global Flyer Drake.
open hand slap.
Disrespect. Oh, revved up Raleigh trying to make him pay for it. And Drake off the rip with a forearm and another. Drake firing on all cylinders here.
He sure is. The Global Flyer flying all over the ring, but he got caught. He got cocked by the revved up one. Big backbreaker.
Revved up Raleigh. Oh, not even a 1 count.
He's going to need to do more than that to take out the Global Flyer, Drake.
And I think Raleigh knows exactly what Drake's made of. These two have wrestled each other so many times, ranging from the ages of 12 all the way to now. These gentlemen are now in their late teens. They're adults. And they have grown up together. And we're gonna see Raleigh. And a splash to the back there. We're working over the lower back of Drake.
We sure are. Now, we talked about it. These men have seen each other so many times, but this is definitely the brightest lights it's ever occurred on. Now, they're not on the pre-show. They are on the main card wrestling for one of the most prestigious champions in professional wrestling in the Michigan State Cruiserweight Championship.
And I think that might be the deciding factor, because if I had to pick a big match wrestler to put in that ring, I would pick Drake 9 times out of 10. We got to see Raleigh prove himself here, and he just might with that drop kick to the lower back.
I don't know if you saw it or not. Look at the back of Drake. Look at the welts on the back of Drake. It is already swelling. It is already getting red. And revved up Raleigh, he is certainly
putting all of his body weight into that back of Drake.
He is certainly targeting that low back of Drake.
The welts growing, the bruises forming. This is where Drake will start to shine, though. Drake is used to this. Drake's used to deep water, and he's fighting back. Drake fighting back in. Club back down by revved up Raleigh Townsend.
Sure is. Revved up Raleigh.
Oh, and a sharp kick to the back.
We saw him. He went through some struggles when he was younger. He went away. He's going through schooling now.
Drake fighting back here. Lighting the fire.
Big kick.
Soul butt there.
Revved up Raleigh with a big suplex. Over the top. Here he goes again. He's got another one.
Second one here.
Delayed
vertical suplex there by revved up Raleigh Townsend. Dropped him high and tight on those shoulders.
Referee Amy with the count. Only a 2 count by referee Amy. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Both of these members came up through the Junior Grapplers program. That is America's only youth training program. It happens at Camp Justice in Goodrich, Michigan. If you would like to join up, if you would like to get your children involved in the Junior Grapplers, you can go to pureprowrestling.net. You can sign up. You can let
a modified Mexican surfboard stretch. He didn't learn that in the Junior Grapplers program.
No, he certainly didn't. But you can learn, you can install the confidence in your children. You can do that at pureprowrestling.net. Crowd here in Detroit getting behind Drake right now, trying to fire up right now.
Yeah, Drake's not going to tap out. Drake does not give up. That is one thing about the Global Flyer. Roll up here. Drake could pull one out. No, 2 count. Deep 2 count by the Global Flyer. Enzugiri.
Big insecurity by the Global Flyer, Drake. The momentum's starting to shift, and there's the European uppercut. We saw it a little bit earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Big springboard forearm. Beautifully done.
We saw the interaction between Drake and James Alexander, and you have to think James has his eye on that title. Maybe it happens at Retro Slam. I don't know. We're going to have to get word from Pure Pro Wrestling Management.
Oh! And a Lucha Libre-esque arm drag from the Global Flyer Drake here at Lucha Fiesta. And you got to think, he's lining up for that knee. That's the knee that he beat James Alexander with, but he's caught. He's caught here. Revved up Rally's got him in a compromised position. Drake fighting. Oh, goes for the Hurricane Rana. Caught again.
Oh, sliding down. What's he got in store? Oh, he's back up. The power of Rally.
Oh, Drake slips out the back though. Oh, and a forearm.
The ring awareness of Drake. He knows where he's at all times. Oh, what's he got in store here?
Drake backing up over here to the commentary desk.
I don't like this.
Oh my God!
I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know what to call that.
A flying tope con hilo, and the knee.
Can he get the cover and the
Drake's
cover?
gonna retain the Cruiserweight Championship.
Your winner and still Michigan State Cruiserweight Champion, the Global Flyer, Drake. Our next contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, I have the amazing Zondo. And his opponent, making his way to the ring, the Lion of the Concrete Jungle, Gideon Malice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Top Rope TV. My name is Kyle McClure, and I am here with Hard to Kill Dylan Derringer.
All right, Kyle, we've got two individuals in the ring. One is a lion, the other is amazing. Who's gonna come out on top?
I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody come to the ring with a white flag and a crowbar before, but he is just that amazing.
He certainly is. That white flag better not be for surrender, because I don't think Gideon Malice is going to give Amazing Zondo any quarter.
That was a mistake.
Not a good idea.
That's a bad plan. Bad plan. Oh, even worse plan. Oh, somebody's going to go to the chop house. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
It's smelling like steak in here, Kyle.
The amazing
It's the chop house.
The amazing Zondo is in the chop house right now.
It might smell like steak, but Zondo's chest is soon gonna look like ground beef. Oh! Thunderous chops echoing around the Candela here in Detroit. Gideon Malice, full control.
With us being in the Candela tonight, does that make it carne asada? I think it makes it carne asada.
Man, carne asada sounds good, but at any rate, we are gonna see Gideon Malice cook, fry up the amazing Zondo with that suplex there, and a bit of a cocky cover. You gotta think Gideon Malice, he thought he had him there, but...
You think so? But Gideon Malice has been a multi-time Michigan State heavyweight champion. He is the longest reigning Michigan State heavyweight champion.
He held that belt for over 2 years, did Gideon Malice.
Reigning in the shoulders on the amazing Zondo.
And I hear the sizzle. There's the steak. I've taken those chops before and they hurt just as bad as they sound.
Fajitas all around tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The crowd wants it. They want one more time, and I don't know if I can take one more time.
Thirsty here tonight.
Oh, the amazing Zondo just got caught. Fall away slam by the Lion of the Concrete Jungle.
Being in the ring with a man as large as Gideon Malice, it throws you off your game. You have a plan until you get punched in the face.
I don't even know if Zondo's been punched in the face, but I know he's been chopped in the chest.
Oh, and there's a clothesline. Back over the ropes, back into the ring goes the amazing Zondo. Gideon Malice having his way with the man.
What is this? Is the Michigan State Women's Champion, Tanchi? What is Tanchi doing out here? What is Tanchi doing out here?
What is Tenchi doing out here?
Gideon Malice still
beats the Ballard here.
He sure is beating the... Oh, Zondo with the low blow. The amazing Zondo just hit the Lion of the Concrete Jungle low. He needs to take advantage of this. He needs to strike while the crowbar is hot.
Shot to the forehead of Gideon Malice. Gideon Malice reeling after that low blow. That low blow, it doesn't affect just the parts that get kicked. It affects your stomach, your internal organs. You feel your body start to ache from the inside, and Zondo slapping on what appears to be a chin lock here. Bit of a sleeper hold type maneuver.
Dylan, that's a really good point. Not only does it inflict the pain, but it takes the air out of you. When it takes the air out of you, you cannot breathe, and when you cannot breathe, you cannot compete. Gideon Malice shooting him off. Oh, a little drop toe hold. Hey.
Jinx, you owe me a soda, Kyle. But
we're in Detroit. It's probably a Faygo around here, right?
You know, I actually have a Faygo right here at the commentary desk.
All right, I got the next round. Next one's on me. Here we go. The amazing Zondo. He's revving up. He's revving it up. I'm getting dizzy watching him.
Smacks Gideon Malice across the face. The disrespect, choking the former multi-time Michigan State heavyweight champion.
I don't know if I would have done that.
I don't know either, but I think it's the only way the amazing Zondo can beat Gideon Malice.
You know, they talk about, you don't want to anger or corner the animal.
You don't want to wake that sleeping giant. I will tell you that for certain.
A giant, he's a lion of the concrete jungle. And we have a lot of concrete here. This is his home here in Detroit. Hard to kill. Zondo, he's being distracted. He's got too many distractions out here. He's worried about Tanchi. He's worried about the crowd. He needs to focus on Gideon Malice.
Big boot there by Gideon Malice. Lion of the Concrete Jungle fighting back here. Big clothesline. What a clubbing blow. Speaking of taking the wind out of you, those clotheslines will just eat you alive.
action hits you harder and harder, and Zondo fell right on his head.
Michinoku driver.
Only a 2 count.
Kick out from the amazing Zondo, showing some resiliency.
What's this? What's this?
That's
Is that the territory?
That's Ken Riddle.
It is. The territory. Ken Riddle. What's he doing out here?
Taking out the knee of Gideon Malice. That's got to be a disqualification there. The amazing Zondo in the territory. Ken Riddle beating up on the Michigan
Wait, here comes Tank. Here comes Tank to save the day. Tank laying in the shots on Zondo and Ken Riddle.
Tank making the save for Gideon Malice.
You hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Tank. Oh no. Come on, Tenchi.
Oh! Zondo inadvertently laying out the territory. The miss from Tenchi.
The miss, the spear by Tank. You know what's next. There's only one person left. Big spear by Tenchi. I think Malice is tuning it up. He's tuning up the band.
He's gonna grab the territory. Ken Riddle by the... No! He's gonna clothesline him all the way to the floor.
What excitement.
By disqualification, the Lion of the Concrete Jungle, Gideon Malice.
Malice and Tenchi standing tall over their beaten foes.
They sure are. The crowd excited here in Detroit, and we're excited that you joined us here tonight on Top Rope TV. We're going to be right back. We've got more action coming up for you.
This match is a 6-man tag scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, representing Obsidian, we have Prince Abdul Hakim, Big Dom, and the Machine Gun Bishop.
TV. This is your main event of the evening. A 6-man tag featuring Obsidian going head to head against Dylan Knight and the Midwest Misfits. My name is Kyle McClure, and I am here with Hard to Kill Dylan Derringer at the commentary booth.
Kyle, this isn't just a story of 6 men getting into a fist fight at a bar in Detroit. This is a story of a man trying to save his career. Dylan Knight has put it all on the line against Danny Astro at Retro Slam, but tonight he's gonna stand tall with the Midwest Misfits.
And there is the bell. This match is underway. I don't care what our referee has to say. He might be our head referee here. It's not going to matter. These guys are going all over the building. If we keep them in the building, I'll be surprised. We might end up at the Palace. We might end up at Little Caesars. Ford Field, I don't know where this is going to go.
Out into the corner ballpark, the site of Old Tiger Stadium, just 2 blocks away.
Prince Abdul Hakim making his return to Pure Pro Wrestling here with the rest of his team in Obsidian.
Talk about getting thrown into the fire. Prince Abdul Hakim has not been around Pure Pro Wrestling in quite a while. He's getting put into this main event spot against one of the legends of Michigan wrestling, Dylan Knight.
You mentioned it earlier, at Retro Slam, April 12th, Dort Financial Center. Dylan Knight puts his career on the line against Danny Astro for that AIWF Continental Championship.
I have bled all over the state of Michigan with Dylan Knight, and to say that he has earned my respect, and oh, and a slap to the face. Speaking of respect, there was no respect behind that slap. Prince Abdul Hakim, that's probably a mistake on his part.
We talked about Gideon Malice, and you don't want to anger the beast when he's trapped. This is Dylan Knight's element. This is his home. He loves when he can just go out there and do whatever he wants. And I don't know if I need to tell you that. You know better than anybody else.
The harder you hit Dylan Knight, the harder you will be hit back. And that is a testament right there. A smack to the face and a big right hand by Dylan Knight. Dylan Knight firing on all cylinders here into the corner. Big back body drop.
He put Hakim up into the lights here at Candela.
Sent him dang near into the spinning ceiling fan. And Prince Abdul Hakim doing the right thing, doing the smart thing, backing up to the much bigger, much stronger members of Obsidian.
You know, I would do a lot of things for a Klondike bar right now. I don't know if I'm getting in there against the big one, the bad one, that is Bishop.
Bishop, I know Bishop. He sees this as an opportunity right now, and he will not be frozen out. Just like that Klondike bar, Bishop will do whatever it takes. He's telling Dylan Knight that he wants a test of strength.
Dylan, I don't know if I would do this. Bishop's big. He is bad. I don't want to do a test of strength. Dylan needs to do what he does best, and that is brawl. I don't know if I would get into a wrestling match with Bishop.
I don't think Bishop necessarily wants a wrestling match. I think Bishop wants the opportunity to humiliate someone who has been a staple of Pure Pro Wrestling for 6 years. He's held the Michigan State Heavyweight Championship, multiple, and a poke to the eyes. The veteran instinct of Dylan Knight.
You talked about the veteran instinct. He has been in the ring with some of the best in this country. Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, Silas Young. It's amazing the career Dylan Knight has had. And he's willing to give all of that up for Big Blue, for a chance at the AIWF Continental Championship.
We have fought tooth and nail over Big Blue, and I know that Dylan Knight respects what that belt stands for. It means you are the workhorse of Pure Pro Wrestling. And if he cannot be at that top level, I don't think Dylan Knight sees himself as a competitor if he can't be at that top level.
We've talked a lot about Dylan Knight, but here, do not overlook the Midwest Misfits. They are Michigan's fastest growing tag team. You can see them all over the state, all over the region.
Well, you saw ring announcer Travis. He was carrying a stack of 6 belts, 3 apiece from different promotions, including our Michigan State Tag Team Championships. Those red belts that we have, the Midwest Misfits, they're gearing up for their own very special Retro Slam match, that fatal 4-way tag team ladder match. And that is going to be a spectacle to behold at the Dordt Financial Center come April 12th.
I don't know if you remember, but when Money in the Bank first came out, it was at WrestleMania. The excitement that match brought, I feel that our 4-way ladder match is going to do the same at Retro Slam. I feel like it's going to bring the excitement, the energy to that event.
It's very reminiscent of those Attitude Era WrestleManias where the Hardys and the Dudleys and Edge and Christian faced off in triangle ladder matches. And TLC 2, we're going to have our very own Brawl for it all, the ladder match, fatal 4-way, Retro Slam. Malvado setting up top here.
Nope. The big one, the bad one's got him. Oh, he's just curling him. Preacher curls, I would say. Close enough.
The curls are for the girls. And that slam was for Chris Malvado, planting him into the padding, into the mat. That hurts.
It's almost summer. It's almost time to let the guns out. We feel it. We're in false spring right now. We know it's coming, but I'll tell you what's also coming. The intensity from Obsidian. They know how to use the numbers. Obsidian does it each and every time we see them. They take over entire shows because they know how to use the numbers advantage.
Speaking of fast-growing tag teams, Obsidian, one of the fastest-growing factions here in the Midwest. We see them all over Michigan. We see them all over the Midwest.
Hey, wait. You gotta get Dylan Knight out of there. You got too many guys in the ring. A referee's gotta get Dylan Knight out of there.
And Obsidian using that numbers game once again, taking advantage while the ref has his back turned, stomping out Chris Malvado. And this is smart strategy from Obsidian. Isolate the smallest member of the group because you can do whatever you want to him. You can throw him across the ring. You can strike hard. You can beat him to a pulp, and there's not really anything. Oh, and a big clothesline by Prince Hakeem Abdul. There's not really much that Dylan Knight or Big Ramirez can do about Chris Malvado just getting beaten up in there.
You sure can't. Obsidian with the advantage right now, just isolating Chris Malvado. Big shots by Obsidian. And here comes Bishop again. He's so big, he's so bad, and here's a big shot by Bishop.
Bishop putting those right hands right where they need to go, right above that eyebrow, right in, almost in the orbital socket of Chris Malvado, trying to swell that eye up so that way Chris can't see to make that tag.
Ramirez and Dylan Knight are just having to sit there and watch as Bishop dismantles Malvado.
And you see, for every few shots that Chris gets, he gets them in, he gets up, he tries to fight back. It only takes one shot from Big Bishop to knock him back down. That is a size advantage. That is a strength advantage. And Bishop putting the O's up right over Chris Malvado.
The crowd chanting for the Misfits. They want to see Big Ramirez in this match.
Scoop power slam there. Dylan Knight in there to stop the pin.
Our referee's got to get him out. Oh, and there are the boots. Obsidian delivering the boots to Chris Malvado. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is just taking my breath away. I would have never guessed this is what we would have seen out of this. I thought for sure that the veteran Dylan Knight would have had such a better plan with such a great tag team on his side.
I think it's almost of a rope-a-dope strategy in some form, because the deeper that we get into this match, I think the more that the heart of the Midwest Misfits and the heart of Dylan Knight, as black as it once was, I think it's going to come out of them. I still have faith in Dylan Knight and the Midwest Misfits.
Obsidian is just laying Malvado out. Now Prince Akeem, he has made a name for himself in the state of Michigan, and he's trying to show Malvado what he can do in his return to Pure Pro Wrestling.
Oh, Malvado. Oh, twist of fate, turning it into a neck breaker there. That's a move inspired by one of Chris Malvado's heroes, Jeff Hardy.
You see the face paint, you see the passion and the energy he brings. Now the Enigma needs to tag in his partner or Dylan Knight right now.
Now, in this situation, who do you tag? Oh, he tags them both!
Both?
He tags them both!
Let him rip! Let him rip, ref! Dylan Knight and Big Ramirez laying the shots in on Obsidian. They are fighting all over this ring right now.
And this is where they do their best business.
Here we go. Count with them, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And big number 10. A bit of a meeting of the minds coming. Yes!
Oh, what a meat house in the middle of that ring.
Treating the heads of Big Dom and Bishop like a couple of clackers and a double pin here. Oh, and Prince Abdul Hakim sliding in, taking advantage of a situation and breaking up that cover. Prince Hakim setting up.
Says it's over.
Oh,
is he going to powerbomb him out of the ring?
oh! And a rough landing for Prince Abdul Hakim.
Here comes Ramirez.
Everybody spilling out of the ring here. The only two left. That's Dylan Knight and Big Bishop.
The referee trying to get behind Dylan Knight here. Try to get him. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? It looks like Dylan's calling for some toys. Dylan Knight wants some toys, and you know this is where, there it is.
No.
The ladder, the very ladder we are going to see at Retro Slam. The Misfits want to get a jump on what we're going to see April 12th.
Kyle, I have 11 stitches over my right eyebrow thanks to a ladder very similar to that. Those toys, they are dangerous, and they will be formidable weapons at Retro Slam in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match. I think we're going to get a taste here, Kyle.
Here we go, Malvado climbing the ladder. Crowd in Detroit came in. Wait, who is this? I just saw something purple run by me. What was the purple thing? Oh, I know who it was.
Oh, Jack Kelly pulling out Obsidian.
Why does Jack Kelly care about Obsidian? What is Jack Kelly? I know Jack Kelly used to manage Dylan Knight, but does
Somebody's got to check on Chris Malvado here. Chris Malvado just jumped off the top of that 8-foot ladder. We got to cover. 2. Oh, Dylan Knight saving Chris Malvado. It was surely over, saving his chances here.
I think I know what it is. Jack Kelly wants to see the career of Dylan Knight end. Jack Kelly was the one who kicked him out. Here's Danny Astro.
Danny Astro with Jack Kelly's tennis racket. That snake, Danny Astro, that piece of work.
Prince Abdi McCool with cover.
And that's it. Of course that's it. Of course the upper echelon and Jack Kelly get their grubby little hands all over what was going to be a great main event. Jack Kelly, everything he touches turns to crap.
It might turn to crap, but it also turns to gold, and I think that's what we see here. Now, we got Obsidian. Oh no, that's all the members of Obsidian. We see Chaos. We see Alpha Adams, Jake Wilder. We need some help out here. We need some help.
This is just a piece of what you're going to see at Pure Pro Wrestling and all of our shows coming up. Owasso, April 11th, Retro Slam, oh, and the tennis racket from Alpha Ray Adams.
Mr. Ray Adams, I would like to shake your hand.
What is this?
How much do you think Jack Kelly paid for Obsidian tonight?
I think we should make sure none of these guys make it to Retro Slam. Take them out!
Obsidian and Upper Echelon, united by Jack Kelly. Oh! Come on, somebody get some damn help out here.
Are you going in that ring right now?
No, I'm not.
I'm not going in that ring. I don't know if anybody in the back wants to go into that ring. That is Obsidian. That is Upper Echelon. Those are the most dangerous men in this company.
God, sending everybody into that steel ladder.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody can fix all of this. What are they doing? They have bad intentions. Obsidian has bad intentions, and it looks like it is going to be directed right at Dylan Knight. Dylan Knight might not make it to Retro Slam if they hit this move. I don't know.
And if Dylan Knight makes it to Retro Slam, what's going to be left of him? What is left of the career of Dylan Knight if Obsidian hits this move?
It might end tonight. Dylan Knight's career might end right now.
Oh, Jesus!
That's it. Jack Kelly might have just ended one of the best careers in Michigan pro wrestling. The snake just took out Dylan Knight again. He may have just stolen his career. He may have just stolen our main event for Retro Slam. I don't know.
I can't believe what we're seeing, Kyle. The two most dangerous forces in pure pro wrestling may have just put Dylan Knight's career to rest before Dylan Knight even had a chance to fight for it. What scum the Upper Echelon and Obsidian are to not even give the man a chance to fight.